for a week. He was, and as has been observed here, Bruce's life is different now. He's got some other priorities and some wonderful priorities. I hope that Bruce figures out a way to continue to write in and among the challenges of Nicole, the wondrous and fabulous and incredibly rewarding challenges that you're already having and will continue to have from your daughter, because the world is just going to be a happier, more joyful place if your prose is in it.
Thank you. Now, before you start talking, we've got Paige, right? Do we do the page now?
No, I think he's
What about the
talks
gifts?
first.
Bruce, we do the gifts now?
He talks first.
He talks
They
first.
should put me in charge.
Isn't
of
Bruce
these
going to
things.
talk?
Yes. But first, I want to know if Bruce is going to show up in Providence in a couple of weeks. After his retirement.
I wrote down a few things because I'm not good at extemporaneous speaking, and I apologize, my voice is going, which is one of the many reasons I thought it was time to get out of here.
If you can't argue with editors, you got no place.
I know. Well, I managed to prove that I can still bring it this morning with Frankel, but but I do want to say first of all that that I'm not bitter about having the movie critic and getting to go to film festivals job taken away 8 years ago. I got over that hours ago. And I brought a couple of little visual aids too, which you're welcome to take a look at later if you are gluttons for punishment. But the thing is, I always knew what I wanted to do. And I just, how lucky is that? I was 8 years old when I started this neighborhood newspaper called the First Street Bulletin. And I've been doing this for 55 years. And by the way, I copied down somewhere here. I wrote everything. I wrote all the copy, and most of it referred to activities that I was involved in or wanted to be involved in, and then I went to Sports Illustrated. Well, I went to college and blah blah blah. But anyway, went to Sports Illustrated for a while and freelanced for 5 years. The low point of which was at the very end when I produced this book, biography of Brad Pitt for People Profiles, which immediately went out of business after this came out, and so did I. I came up here and, has been noted, had never written a movie review in my life, but my best friend said, "You criticize everything." So it seemed like my calling, and I did that and enjoyed it very much. And then, as Bert noted, Dave Butler decided we didn't need to have movie critics, at least in that way. And so really the best thing that could have happened to me did. I fell into a big warm bed named David Early, and we got to do a lot of great stuff, fun stuff. And I just want to bring up one. I don't want to quote my own writing too much, but there was one thing that we did together. I was given a daily after the infamous chili finger lady reemerged after jail, and she had done an interview with Channel 5, and we had to do something. She was our big story. So I was given a daily and told you to do something with this. And so I wrote up the interview from the TV, but we really didn't have anything. She wouldn't talk to us, of course. And so the story was written, it was edited, it was back read, it was headed for page 1, and I left and was driving home down 17 to Los Gatos, and I suddenly had a line came to me, and I called up David Early while I'm driving 70 miles an hour down the freeway, and I dictated a line to, and of course David was still here because he always was, and and this was right after she'd been quoted in this TV interview as saying that Wendy's had banned her for life she was banned. And so the line that I asked David to put in right after that quote was this: she gave Wendy's the finger, and now the fast food chain was giving it back. The best part of all this has been that for more than 40 years, I got to make my living and call myself a writer. And I mean, how lucky is that? I just think, we're all so lucky and to make a living that way. And it's been great, and I've enjoyed it, and I had a home here, and I appreciate that you all gave me that place to land. And when I finished my first summer at the First Street Bulletin in 1961, I made $80 in nickels, by the way. I sold this door to door. If you ever want to get to know your readers better, you know what your real metrics are, go out and sell your product door to door. At the end of the summer, I wrote the following editor's note. I'm sorry to say that I'm quitting for good. The reason is because I have to work when I could be having fun. I will not resume next year or the next or any after that. Goodbye, and thank you for the wonderful help you've given me. Goodbye, and thank you for the wonderful help you've given me.
Gifts.
We have gifts. We have gifts. Julia, do you recognize the bag?
Okay, can you show everyone what that says? It's hilarious.
This is the bag they gave away at the Big Give fundraiser at the Super Bowl that Julia wrote about. And it says, the Giving Back Fund, helping those who help others. This
These are all the wealthy
bag costs
people
more than some
donating.
people's rent. Okay, so we got some things for you. We have a nice card, which you can read at your leisure.
Okay, thank you.
So, first, because you're going to have some time on your hands,
Oh, yeah, lots and lots.
we got you 100 things to do in San Jose before you die. So hopefully you have a long time to figure it out. There's 100 in there. And also because you're going to be spending some of this time with Nicole, and you won't get to read to me anymore, we got you Peppa's School Day to read her. She loves Peppa Pig, we know that. Now, as many people know, Bruce has a bit of a thing about cars. You may have seen his Tesla charging up on the second floor today.
By the way, after there's drinks afterward at SB2, and I intend to get loaded on martinis, but I've got the autopilot on the
But Bruce's real automotive love is the Ferrari, and so he's got a book now with all the Ferraris. So you can spend some time with that.
Yeah, oh, heavy too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now that's the end of your literary stuff. So Bruce's last story that's being published in the Mercury News, I think, is on the AR-15 rifle, and he got to shoot one. And this has been a labor of something that he's been finishing up with today, right at the last moment.
You won't get
So,
any letters on that.
We got you this nice collection of shot glasses that are gun themed, so you can remember your very last story.
Okay.
And what will you put in to said shot glasses?
I think vodka, and more vodka.
Well, thanks to our good friend Dan Aykroyd, you can have Crystal Head vodka.
It matches your belt.
And
I've never seen that. That's awesome.
And we've got just a couple of things left, and these are the nice sentimental ones in a way, to show that you, how much we feel about you as a rare individual and a rare writer. Not to mention award-winning, I think. You can open that and see what's in it. people.
Ooh, Chateau Montelena.
Which
That's
is the
good stuff.
the winery that won the Judgment of Paris 40
yes.
years ago.
You betcha.
That's not this exact vintage. And finally, we got you a gift card to Silicon Valley's hottest restaurant, Din Tai Fung.
Very good.
And any number of these people will go with that. Except David Early, who gets in on his own.
Who's already been, yeah.
And
Awesome.
that's it.
I'll be headed home with this. Well, thank you all very much.
The page.
Reading of the top 10.
Frankel?
Yeah, why don't we have Early should do that.
I'm gonna use my pass them this way.
Since David's here.
Aren't you the top 10 reader?
No, but you're here today. You're here on Fridays.
And Mark, let him try.
This is Tim.
My email is discontinued in about 10 minutes, so.
You got vodka now.
Let him write.
You got vodka. You know, the year before you went to the Super Bowl, they had the media party, they had a table, and they had all vodka, and this is interesting, look up, it's Dan Aykroyd. He's like serving vodka out of his, he was like trying to push the brand, thinking we'd all write about it. And none of us wrote about it.
Oh,
But it looks cool, bottle looks cool.
that is cool. How'd you get the
All right,
picture?
who's reading these?
The top 10 reasons why Newman is giving up daily journalism. Number 10, told himself it was time to move on once desk naps exceeded 3 an hour. Number 9, realized nobody left in the newsroom was old enough to recognize Magic Johnson, Christy Brinkley, or anybody else he's pictured in his gallery of desktop photos.
That's true.
Number 8, financial planner finally convinced him that the IRS definition of independently wealthy is anyone who can afford a Tesla on a Mercury News salary. Number 7, secretly working on new Silicon Valley startup, Newman's own Psycho Donuts. Number 6, felt scorned after Neil Chase brought in Frank DeFord for weather. Number 5, needed time to campaign after Nicole nominated him for preschool PTA diversity committee's Caucasian sextuagenarian father of the year. Number 4, turned up his nose at so many of Frank